Hello, beautiful people. Yes, all you beautiful people. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. My name is oHSoIcoNic, but if I could, I'd be just like you. Come on, y'all should say it with me by now. And today, I want to have another quick little chat, and it's actually going to be a this or that chat. And we're going to compare passion to obsession. Now, of course, when we start these things off, we got to define exactly what we're talking about. And passion is defined as strong and barely controllable emotion. Simply put, strong and barely controllable emotion. Whereas obsessed is to preoccupy or fill the mind continuously, intrusively, and to a troubling extent. Continually, intrusively, and to a troubling extent, preoccupy or filling the mind. Okay? So how do we differentiate between the two? How do we understand exactly when we're being passionate versus when we're being obsessive? Okay? Passion, for me at least, to start off with, definitely comes with your excitement and your involvement in something that you really, really, really enjoy, or subsequently that you obviously feel really strongly about, whether it's good or bad. You can be passionate in anger, you can be passionate in exercise, you can be passionate in a lot of different things. And the barely controllable part is putting you to almost to the edge of that control without crossing that barrier. So you don't allow it to interrupt other things that are equally important in your life. You don't allow it to put you in a position where you're all of a sudden being rude to people, or you're undercutting people, or doing anything like that, because you still have control. Because you're barely uncontrollable, right? Like that, the reason why that word in there is so important, because it is actually that right there what separates passion from obsession. Because if something is barely controllable, you still have control over it. Whereas to a troubling extent, intrusively, continually, there's no control in that. When you're obsessed about something, even if you were to try not to think about it, you still do, okay? And that isn't to say we're not obsessed with things that we enjoy or not. Obviously, we're obsessed with them for a reason. However, are we putting other things on the back burner? Are we prioritizing the wrong things in an effort to kind of feed the need to constantly be involved with whatever it is we're obsessed with, right? Are we undercutting people? Are we causing harm? Are we putting ourselves in a position to where continuing to do whatever this is actually causing more harm than good? Are we unable to control it? Okay? These things are very, very important. And what got me thinking about this was I was actually watching that recently released Tiger Woods story. And it was taking us through a lot of the things that he went through. And one of the things that he talked about very, very early on in his career was he admitted that he was obsessed with golf. Obsessed with golf. But as we saw in the story, it actually changed a lot of everything else that was going on with his life. His relationship with his family, his relationship with his first girlfriend, his relationship with his wife, Eden. Like, all of that was greatly affected in a negative way because of his obsession. Now, subsequently, you take somebody like, and I'm not a hater, I'm also not a fan, but I respect the man. You take somebody like LeBron James, right? LeBron James is the best player in the world right now, and by way of opinion, he's only not the GOAT because I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a 90s baby. MJ will forever be the GOAT. LeBron is doing what LeBron does, but MJ was MJ, and we're gonna leave that there. But LeBron, I think, is someone who is right at that brink. He is extremely passionate about the game of basketball. Very, very much so. Some would argue that he's obsessed with it. However, LeBron has never been caught up in any silly stuff. LeBron hasn't been put mugshot because he's been taking drugs and all that. That doesn't happen because he's still in control. Okay? So I just want to kind of paint that picture and let those be the example of how you can kind of identify the two, because it's very, very, very tough, particularly because of the fact that the things that most people get obsessed with are things that started off as what they were passionate about and they lost control. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let me know what you thought about the video down below in the comments section. Hit it with a like, subscribe to the channel so we can keep it going. I really enjoy doing these for you all. And I'm gonna try to find, I know I've been saying it for the longest time, but between juggling everything I got going on outside of YouTube, it's really difficult for me to just have the proper schedule as far as if I'm gonna do a quick chat, if I'm gonna do a Dragon Ball video, or if I'm gonna do something with the kids. You know, a lot of different things kind of affect that, but the goal is to make sure that we at least give you all some quality videos every day. So I'm trying to do that and maintain that. But thank you all so much again for watching this video all the way to the end. My name is oHSoIcoNic, but at the end of the day, y'all are the icons, and I will catch you in the next video.